What's going on? I just felt compelled to put together this video here. I've been seeing a lot of things going on in the world. There's a lot of changing going on. And when I see it, it just puzzling. And this really is a balancing of this spiritual warfare that's going on out here, this battle of light and dark. And it has entered in all aspects of life. But I'm going to talk about two aspects of it. One is the obvious. Well, it may not be so obvious for everybody, but the system is changing. You see the US government taking a big leap as far as crypto adoption. They're getting out of the way. They're getting out of the way, and they are allowing innovation to happen. They are allowing entrepreneurs to figure out problems with this stuff. We're no longer going into price speculations anymore. We're talking about building now the infrastructure for this new system. So the old system is done. The old system is the system that where when two parents took two incomes to make it. The man couldn't just go out and work and take care of his family anymore. You had to have two incomes. Unless you live very frugally and smart, is the only way you can do it that way. But here in America, it takes a special woman. You got to be with the right woman to do that, because darkness has seeped into every facet of this country. As I said, the money, fiat money. This might as well be devil money, because it loses value and they can just print as much of it as they want, and they can just saturate the market with so much of the dollars. So you go out here and bust your tail and you've been working for 50 years, and then they just erased like freaking 15 to 20 of them, with just one bill, when they just flooded the market with all of the dollars. And now your nest egg has just dropped, unless you had it in the right vehicle. And that's the system that we're going to now. But there is more to this, because I'm even seeing it in society now. I mean, things are getting turned upside down. So you might say, so this is a saying where some people say the devil is busy. Well, I'm here to tell you, he's working overtime. And how he's working overtime, it's evident in society right now. Because just look at women today. I see all these women complaining about men. They can't find a man. They can't do this. They can't find. And they're complaining. Men are no good. They don't need a man. They don't need any of this. But you do need a man, though. That's the crazy part about this, though, because who does all the construction in the world? Men. Who's the one that's going to come save you when you call 911? It's more men that are cops than women. There's more firefighters, the ones that's going to save all these, the first responders. Most of them are men. You do need a man. But the problem is, this is the problem. Because you all let the devil lie to you and tell you you don't need a man, and tell you that you can be like a man. You're not a man. Just like I'm not a woman. So that's the fundamental part of this whole thing right there. See, women had this, some women, now don't get me wrong. Now there are some traditional women still left in America, but they are like They are an endangered species almost. Because this is the one thing that I want you women to tell me then. These same men that you complain about and you say and you talk trash about them, they might be too short for you, they don't make enough money for you and all that. Just listen to how you sound. They don't make enough money for you or any of this other kind of stuff. You're a materialistic person. Where's the love? Where is it that when you look at a man and you see what the man is worth, you see what the man is about, and that's the kind of man you can build with? You see, because a real man, when you find a man like that, guess what? And you stick with that man, and that man builds something. Oh, you will be his queen. That man will go through the fire for you. I'm here to tell you this right now, ladies. See, all of you are missing out on the real deal. There's so many men out here right now. They alpha males, yeah. But sometimes, life can kick us in the nuts sometimes. But you want to know something? The real men, you know what they do? They get up. And when you leave because they got kicked down, when they rise, you're going to be the one sitting back and be like, damn. Because them same men that you complain about, why is it that when they leave this country, other women around the world love them? They cherish them because that same man had the same value over here. But it's just that you're too blind to see it because you let the devil lie to you. Because you're looking at the material things. What can he do for me? What is he buying? Is he paying my bills? I be hearing stories about these women got freaking men paying their rent and doing all this stuff, and they treat the men like shit. I mean, that's crazy to me, man. First of all, I've never been that kind of a simp to do that. No. Mm-mm. See, I know what my value is. And sometimes, there's some men out there that can be. See, when a man really loves a woman, he will do his best to try to look out for the woman. He will try to tell the woman some things and try to help her to see her wrongdoings. But the woman takes that because she might have a big ass ego, right? So she will take his words as if they are, they're disrespectful. They're being disrespectful to you. No, you are being disrespectful to yourself because you know why? You let the devil steal your blessing. Yeah, because guess what? The only thing out there in them streets is just men that will use you for sex. Because guess what? That same ugliness, what can you do for me kind of a thing? There's some out there, they'll do that. They'll go out on that expensive, they'll pay you, they'll do that expensive restaurant and all that. And then they're gonna be expecting for you to pull down them drawers when you get done. And guess what? You just did. You just keep adding to your body count, adding to your body count. And I'm going to tell you this one other thing that I've noticed in my experience in life. The best woman that I ever had got taken away from me. She died. And she was white. But you want to know something? It had nothing to do with her being white. The reason why she was so good. It had nothing to do with that. Because I've had a very good black woman too. But just circumstances just didn't work out with that one. But here's the thing. You want to know what made that woman special? Low body count. Hmm. Yeah, see, you women, you go out here and you're poisoning yourselves with all of these with all these men. You see, See, a man goes out here. See, you're looking at a man. You say, well, men can go out here and just sleep around and do whatever they want. Then we can do this thing. We have women power, right? Yeah, you're gonna empower yourself, right? You're gonna empower yourself by what? Violating yourself. Because here's the you are not a man. And this is what I'm trying to get you to see. The same way that money can be evil. And when I say evil, I'm not saying that it's evil from the standpoint of what you be seeing people. I'm saying it's evil from the standpoint that you just have it and you sit it there, and guess what it's going to do? Eventually, it ain't going to be worth shit. With inflation and all of that, it ain't going to be worth a damn thing. You have to get something tangible. Tangible. Intangible would be like Bitcoin. You women, tangible is that good man, that man that's real inside. Not flashing cash and driving cars and all that, because guess what? Some of those men are real too. But here's the problem. That man that you're looking at, that's got all of that, he doesn't want your ass. That's the problem. And that's the reason why you can't find anybody, because you're looking for something you can't even get. Because guess what? By the time the man gets all the money and all of that, oh, the playing field is done changed now, baby. He ain't thinking that he is now going to be the picky one, because he can afford to be more picky than you, the woman. I hear all these women talking about like some divine feminine and all of this other freaking nonsense. It's nonsense. You know why it's nonsense? Because guess what? If it's so powerful, right? It's so powerful. Why is your ass by yourself? Hmm. Oh, because you can't find a man. Why you can't find a man? Because guess what? Divine feminine, you say, right? Well, why don't you try focusing on the feminine part of the word? Are you soft? Are you nurturing? Are you supportive? Do you honor your man? Do you cherish the man that you're with? Do you make sure that he's taken care of? Do you make sure that he knows that he's loved? Do you do any of that? Mm-mm. But that same man can go outside of this country and the women love him. It seems to be an American problem, is what it is. You see, because you guys are being lied to. And I don't know what it's going to take for you to finally realize that you're the problem. So you can keep complaining, or you can do something about it. If you do something about it, you'll change. You'll look in the mirror. It's called self accountability. Because if you want to be a bride, you think you're a prize, then guess what you need to do? Become what it is that you desire. Don't become what it is. No, I'm sorry. That's the problem. Most of you are becoming what you desire. That's the problem. You're becoming the man that you want. So I keep hearing, I think I heard some woman on YouTube saying something about uh, uh, men, the men aren't up to their standard, up to a woman's level. No, no, baby girl, it's not that. You ain't up to the man's level, because you see, you think that a man cares about how much money you make. Man don't care if you make $100,000. He don't care if you make 150. He don't care if you make 300,000, 500,000. It ain't that many of you making that kind of damn money, first of all. But even if you were making that, he don't care about that. Not a real man, that is, anyway. The one that does care about you making that kind of money is the man that you don't want, because that ain't no real alpha male. because a real alpha male don't care about how much money you make, because that man is about doing his thing. Yes, he's doing his thing. And you can support his thing or you can do your thing. And when you're doing your thing, he'll just watch you do your thing while he's going to continue doing his. You ain't going to stop him from doing his because you out getting yours. You're becoming the man that you want. But guess what? I'm not gay. So, I mean, that's not attractive to me. It's not. And that's where I really don't understand it. And I do understand it, but it's just that women aren't logical enough to understand it themselves. They go off of their feelings. And do you know how many times I've had a feeling and it'd be wrong? I don't go off feelings. I analyze the situation. Like right now, you're going off a feeling. You feel like, something just is not right. You're listening to your girlfriends over here, and guess what? They single in the same situation you in. So you go find somebody, and do you really think that they're really happy for you and they want to see you go? They don't want to see you missing their little luncheons that you had and all of this other kind of stuff, because now you done left them. You're happy and they're miserable because they're still. So guess what? Misery loves company. So I've done seen this happen before too. I've done seen a woman's best friend, quote unquote, think that that's their best friend and ruin their relationship. hmm Yeah, because women are some conniving people. I'm not saying all of you are, but I'm here to tell you. You guys get all dolled up. You put all the makeup on and all that kind of stuff. You know who you're doing that for too? Another woman. Men don't even care about that stuff. We do not care. Like I'll go out with a chick. I don't even remember what she had on. I don't remember that. I don't care about that. I'm trying to pierce into her soul. I want to see what's inside. That's what I care. See, the beauty and all of that other kind of stuff, that'll get you in the door. Me, I always used to just go for the baddies. Boy, I used to just look at the beauty and like that was the main thing that I went off of. But then as I got older and more mature, I started learning that you got to look for what, like you can't be so shallow. You have to look for more in a woman. And you want to know what I found out? It doesn't really it just kind of makes it a little worse for you, because if you lower your standard a little bit on the physical appearance of a woman, and then you see if they kind of got some rot inside of them, oh man, that just makes it even worse, because damn, you ain't even at least got eye candy to look at like that, whatever, but and then they got rot inside. I mean, devil's been busy, and he's got y'all all screwed up, man. Really, I'm seeing it. And I'm just no longer silent anymore. And I'm no longer um, just sitting back on the side. I've observed enough. So I'm going to start speaking what's on my mind about it. And so, men, some of you out there, yeah, y'all give us a bad rap. Yep. You have dogs out there. Yep. Then they will go, they look into, if something was moving over there, they look, what was that? They looking to go get it. I've been around them. Yes, they have, and guess what? There are women that are the same way. I'm seeing these videos out here, and these women are just all these different men. They're proud of it. Body count going through the roof, and you want to know what else is going through the roof? Their freaking mind is freaking screwed. Their soul is is dark. All those men, because men give, women receive, and you are receiving in all of that. And as I said, there's dogs out here. The men that are dogs, you're taking all of that in. All those demons, you're taking them in. But you know what that dog does? That same man that's the dog. Guess what he does? He'll come home, take a shower, wipe you right on off, and then off to the next one because you are not a man. You're not built like a man. You can't do what men do. So the moment that you women stop thinking that you can do what a man does, that's when you'll finally start putting yourself in the right mindset to get a man. See, you got to be a woman first, and then you might be able to find you a man. But not just be a woman, you got to be a real woman. A real woman will find a real man. I promise you this. But you are holding yourself back. So stop with the delusion and the fantasy that you are going off because that man that's making 100,000, 150,000, 200,000, the CEO or whatever it is that you are on your fairy tale thinking that you're going to get, he does not want you. He's looking forward to find the 25-year-old woman out there, the young beauty. That's what he wants. And he got the money. He don't need your money. So you did all of this for what? You sat over there and you rose up and you're making all this money. What did you do it for? You didn't do it to get a man because that's not what men want. I don't get it. You did it for you. And now you got you. And now you're unhappy that you have you because you were lied to and you accepted the lie. So now you got to live in that lie. So stop complaining. Stop complaining. Or no, we live in America. You can keep on complaining to your heart's content. And guess what? Eventually, all of the real men are going to start realizing that I need to go get that passport. And then they're going to leave and they're going to go find those traditional women that are outside of this country. The same ones that you reject and you think are nothing. That man will go over there, find that woman that will stick by him and and truly enhance what he does by standing by him. You know, when he's feeling down and she's giving him that pep talk and hyping him up, whatever, and getting him ready to go out here and take on this world. And guess what? A real man with a woman like that, oh, that's powerful. He gonna rise. He is going to rise. I promise you that. He's gonna rise. And when he rises, he's gonna take you with him and he's gonna love the hell out of you for it. And then that same woman that's over there, she gonna be hating on you because you got that and she don't have it. And the reason why she don't have it is because you're a real woman and she wants to be a real man. That's what it boils down to. Yeah, probably not what some of you women want to hear, but it's the truth. And that's the one thing about me. I'm all about truth, light, love, and light. That's what I'm about. So this is a spiritual warfare out here. And that's another reason why you do need a man. Because see, you need a man to guide you through all this stuff. You see, some of you women, y'all egos just got too big. You think that you're more than what you are. And really, a man is much more powerful with a real woman. Just like a real woman is empowered by that real man. And until y'all realize that, y'all gonna be stuck in limbo. And I don't even feel sorry for half of you anymore now because you bringing this stuff on yourselves. So it's amazing all that I see going on out here. I mean, I don't even know what to tell you other than what I've already said. Change it because the men aren't the problem. It's the women. I'm not sitting over here saying that all men are good either. Don't get that twisted. Don't get that twisted. Because any man that goes and puts his hands on a woman, that ain't no real man. I'm talking about real men. If your man puts his hands on you, he ain't no real man. That's the one you need to leave. So if you're sticking around with that kind of man, then guess what? That's your problem too. Leave his ass because that ain't a real man. If your man sits over here and puts you down all the time and makes you feel like you're nothing, that ain't a real man. But you want to know something? The flip side of that too is that guess what? Just like a woman, you don't want a man that's you know what I'm saying? You don't want a man that can't control his hands. You know, the man that's ain't afraid to use these. You are doing something similar to a man though. Because you know what? A man does not want a woman that can't control her mouth. And you want to know something? Words can hurt way more than what a fist can hurt. And you see, some of you women, you go and you be running your mouth and you just keep running it and running it. And I do not condone a man putting his hands on a woman for no matter what it is, because trust me, I've done had my share of women talking their smack. And I am a student of people, so I'm a little different, you see, and I can take it. I learned from it. Every last one of the nasty, ugly ones I've had, I learned from them. And I come out of being even stronger. So that's what happens to me. But a woman that can't control her mouth, mm, you're with the wrong man and you go running your mouth like that, you're gonna probably get boom. That's probably what's gonna happen. And I don't condone it. I'm not sitting over here trying to say that it is right for a man to do that. But what I am trying to say is that guess what? Sometimes your mouth can write checks that ass can't cash. And that's just what happens. So these are all things for you to think about and consider. But I will say this: low body count is what I have deduced to being one of the big factors. Women that have high body counts, they're almost poisoned inside. There is for sure a correlation to this, what I'm saying. So all of you women that's out there, whatever, y'all just keep on getting bagged and bagged and bagged by all these different guys. Mm. You think you're living your best life. Well, guess what? One day you're gonna get old. And guess what? That man that you've always wanted, he does not want them used up goods, because guess what? Why would he want that? If he wants that, he can easily just go get that. That ain't hard for a man to find that. It's not. Ain't nothing special about it. But that woman that respects herself and does not have that high body count, that's the man. That's the woman that the man wants. So, what you gonna do? You're gonna keep on going down the same path, doing the same exact thing, expecting a different result? We already know what that is. That's what they say is the definition of insanity. Or are you gonna go with the natural flow of things? And the natural flow is women have their place, a man has his place. And when the two of them come together, oh man, it's a beautiful thing. Because you see, when that man has that woman, oh boy, mm, so many of you are missing out on that. And I hope that this video will help you to realize your folly, because the world is changing right now. Like I said, we're going to a whole completely new system. The old system is done. People are waking up. They're seeing it. The government's getting out the way. They're opening up the doors for Bitcoin, crypto, blockchain technology, all of it. They're opening up the doors for all of it. So the same way that you need to learn this new system to be a part of this new system. You women, you need to learn to be real women, because the new system that's going to be happening for you is the men are leaving. They will find it. They're going to find it outside of this country and probably bring them back, flaunt them in your face. And you're just going to be sitting back, getting sick and tired. So you'll have to probably I'm sure there's a lot of older men out there, like, and they're, probably like about 70 or something like that, and they got a lot of money. They're probably lonely. So that's what you'll have to resort to, because of your stink attitude. Yes, your stink attitude. That's what it is. So it is what it is. You are who you are. You will either take accountability for it or you will not. Just like you have to, when you get into Bitcoin, it requires self accountability. Because, see, the old system, you had the bank. You got the bank. You just put your money in the bank, and they got that FDIC. You good. Oh man, hey, as long as I don't go, hey, if I got I'm insured up to 100,000, 200,000. I'm good. You ain't worried about it, right? But with that, it's always a price. Convenience comes at a price. hmm Bitcoin, self custody. You're responsible for it. But that's the beautiful part about it. You're responsible for it. So guess what? If you're responsible for it, that means nobody can take it from you. It holds its value. In the same way, women, if you do the same thing for yourself, respect yourself. Learn to respect others, especially your man. And if you do that, you're going to have something tangible. You're going to have something that nobody will be able to take away from you, because you will have yourself a real man. There's so many of them out there, but you're just too blind to see it because you've been lied to, thinking that, the man is not on your level. No, it's not that the man is not on your level. You are just not on his level. And for you to be on his level, you need to be a real woman. Because guess what? You ain't going to ever be on his level like that. Because guess what? You know who's on his level? Another man. And when you become another man, he ain't interested in another man. He wants a woman. You see, you can't have both. You got to make a decision. You either going to be a man or you're going to be a woman. Yeah, there's some of you out there that you have no choice but to do that, because guess what? That's what life's throwing you. But when even a woman like that, you can have your own career and all of that, and you can still be a real woman. Yeah, if you still want to have all that, your career and all that, yeah, that's fine. You can do all that. But you want to know what a real woman like that does? I saw it, because I was raised by one who did that. Shoot, my mom worked a regular freaking job every day, and when she came home, she did when I was a kid, she did laundry. The house was clean. She did everything. She worked a full-time job. She cooked, cleaned, did everything. My dad ain't have to do a damn thing inside the house for that. We did the outside work. That's what we did. We did the man work outside. But my mom took care of everything inside. We ain't have to do jack. That's a real woman who supported her man. But a lot of you ain't built for that because you probably just wasn't raised to know that. I don't damn know. But you need to stop being delusional and thinking that the men are the problem. Nah, you just been lied to. You believed the lie. As I said in the beginning, this is a spiritual battle, light and dark. And I'm here to tell you the tides are changing in the world. And you can just look around and see, well, if you get out of your own little um, funk or whatever you want to call it. But I will say this. It's time to look in the mirror. That's where you're going to change. There. Start with the person in the mirror. Michael Jackson was on to something when he came out with that. He said, I'm starting with the man in the mirror. A lot of you women need to look at the woman in the mirror. Time to make that change. It is time. So, tides are turning. Light versus dark. I'm here to tell you, I'm seeing it. Financial systems changing. Social systems are going to end up changing because men are tired of it. And you're going to find out that it's not that you don't need a man. You're going to find out that the man don't need you. It's not that he don't need a woman. He just don't need your kind of woman. He does not want your kind of woman. That's why they're leaving. So you either fix it or you stay the way that you are. Your choice. But I think we're going to get ready to wrap this video up. But I just felt compelled to do this because I'm just so sick and tired of hearing it. I mean, it's crazy. It is crazy. But maybe one day, hopefully, you'll figure it out. But I'm going to remind you of this one thing. Men don't care about how much money you make. It does not impress a man. Not the kind of man that you want. It does not impress. No. Because even when a woman does have all of that, that's your money. And this brings me up to another thing too. Don't be that woman that, you have your inflated ego and you're with a man and you go and on your own, the man has never asked you for a thing, but you go and do stuff on your own. Don't go throwing it up in the man's face later on because you decided to go and do something. That was your choice to do that. Man never asked you to do it or any of that. So when you do stuff like that, you're doing it out of the kindness of your heart. Because at least that's what I do. When I do things for people, I'm not looking to get anything in return. I'm doing it because that's what I'm doing. I'm doing it because out of love. So if you throw something back up in a person's face, it wasn't done out of love to begin with. It was done for your inflated ego, for you to feel good about yourself. That's all that is. It's fake. So don't be that woman either. Don't do it. It's so I don't even know the word to put for it. But what I will say is this. It's time to just reflect on yourself and see Because if a man even tells you, you get with a man and he tells you that what his program is on, what he's doing, you still get with this man. He tells you what his agenda is. So when you get with a man, then guess what? You are signing up for his program, what he's on. So you should follow suit and do like the man is doing. Or don't complain, because men will be very honest with you. They will be very honest with you. A real man will anyway. I'm not saying if you're saying that all men are honest, because I know for damn sure all women ain't honest. So it's not that one is above the other. It doesn't. It's not like that. We're different. That's what it is. We're different. That's why you're seeing a lot of this nonsense getting corrected now. You're seeing, a lot of the nonsense that's out there, whatever, is a man, and this is the craziest thing, a man wanting to become a woman. A man will never be a woman. You can't be a woman. Just like a woman can't be a man. You can go and get whatever surgery you want done, and that man ain't no woman. And you want me to, I'm gonna tell you how you know that man ain't no woman? Well, you saw what happened to that man that became a woman and was boxing women. He was about damn near killing them, because a woman is not just built the same as a man. Just like that woman who decides she wants to be a man and get the change to become a man. That's the craziest damn thing, because guess what? You, baby, you ain't no man. You are not a man. I'm gonna tell you right now, this is how you want to know that you ain't no damn man. Guess what? What happens if your ass got to go to prison? I bet you're gonna want to be a woman again. You ain't gonna want to be in there with all them men. No, you do not, because you ain't no man. So y'all need to stop with this delusion with that shit too. And yes, I'm saying it. I have nothing against people who choose the same sex as their partner. That's your preference. And that's the thing. Most people don't care about that either. But you know what they care about? When they're at home watching a movie or something like that, and then they got to watch this stuff get flaunted in their face when they're watching something with their kids. Every movie, you got to have that. It's light versus dark, people. So you either going to go with the light or you're going to go with the darkness. And see, many of you are alone and lonely because you believe the lie given to you by darkness. And it's lonely. So that's what's going on, folks. Spiritual battle. What side of it are you gonna rise up and join the light? Or if you join the light, then guess what? The light is purity. You know, purity, love, being promiscuous. That ain't purity. It's not. It's not light. So, I mean, there are people who, there are even couples. Some people do like that swinging stuff. But you want to know something about those people there? Those two people still love the hell out of each other. And what they do in that, whatever, see, they have the armor built around them to protect what they have from all of that outside stuff. You see, and I'm not sitting over here, you know, I'm just kicking it real with you, looking at it, describing all of these things from a logical standpoint, because I know people in their mind, they got all these other things that they think about. But you still can't even compare it, because that woman she has a man. Her man is still with her, and her man still, she's getting that support. She's still being taken care of. And I'm not, doesn't mean just in a sexual way. I'm talking about she is emotionally being taken care of. He is protecting his wife, taking care of him. They just have some recreational thing that they enjoy. But once again, what did I just say? She has a man. She's not out there doing that by herself. And they have rules and all kinds of things that they have established with that stuff. You see? So that means it's still some form of accountability. It's all about accountability. In light and dark, I'm not saying this stuff from a religious standpoint because that's a whole nother can of worms to get into. I'm saying this thing purely from a spiritual battle because there's a difference. I'm not a religious person. I'm a spiritual person. Spiritual. We're going through some serious changes in the world right now. And so a lot of you need to wake up for real because there's going to be many of you that's going to get left behind because you're believing the lie. And I don't know. I see a lot of people out there doing some real good work, some real good work. And so keep it up, all of you out there that are doing that. There's a lot of women out there that are trying to tell you other women where you're messing up. You should listen to them. So there are still some good women out there in this country, but there is not that many of them. It is really an endangered species. So you can either keep coming up with your excuses of it, or you can do something about it. All I know is I'm definitely I got my passport already. So I'm gonna be making me some trips. I've been outside the country before, so I already know what's out there. And yes, there are definitely traditional women outside of America. That's for sure. I know this for a fact. I just wish that I would have reminded myself of this a little bit earlier. But everything happens for a reason. I don't ever, because I found the traditional woman here in America, just that, she died. She got taken away from me. So I can't complain. It was beautiful when she was here. And then and you have some women, they'll look at that and they'll be like, because they have this career and they think that they are above a woman like that. You're not above a woman like that. A woman like that is above you because a woman like that is a woman who understands her role in the relationship. And a woman like that she ain't had to worry about. I stuck with that woman through the fire. If it don't matter what kind of mistakes that, I mean, of course, she did nothing of mistakes that are unforgivable mistakes. But the thing is, though, when you marry a person, you do it for better or worse. You made a vow. And so many of you, and it's like 70% of women are the ones filing for divorce. I just saw another YouTube video. This woman, she had a husband and kids, and she left her husband and kids to go and move to another state. This is crazy, man. She left. It's like, and then at the same time, this is what blows my mind about you religious people, because she gonna sit over there at the same time. She just broke her vows to God, but then gonna sit over there and talk about God's number one in her life. Man, darkness, darkness. But guess what? The light is not food. The light is not food. No, you're only fooling yourself. So I really don't care how many people this pisses off. I really don't, because I've never lived my life for anybody else other than me. I take care of my kids. I take care of mine. That's what I do. So, Ain't none of you paying a bill up in here, so I really don't care what you think. I really don't. I've never been that way. And that's a real man for you. And I've had women that will sit over there and not believe me, but I do what I say. If I say it, I'm going to flipping do it. And when I'm done, oh, I am flipping done. That's what real men do. Because a real man is going to sit over there and give you a chance. If he really loves you, he gonna give you a chance because he knows that once it's done, it's flipping done. I swear, boy. But that's all I got to say about this. I think I've went on this rant long enough. But stay tuned because there's going to be more. But I'm going to be doing a lot more of stuff like this. And remember, the system is changing. If you want to learn about blockchain technology, because you don't even know, you hear about Bitcoin, you're seeing all the stuff that government's doing, and you're just confused. You don't have a clue as to what to do. Well, I have the solution for you. Go to this website, blockchainbasicsacademy.com. Go there and you'll get that clarity. You're going to get that competence that you need to succeed in this new system that's coming our way. Now, that's all I'm going to say about that. I wish all of you the best. I hope that you internalize this, what I'm saying to you, because it's a lot going on. A lot of people are going to get left behind. So the question is, what are you going to do? I'm out. You guys have yourselves a lovely day, and I bid you farewell. I am the Blockchain Marine, and this is my wheelhouse right here. Take care.